Tedford, alumni, ex-Dog. Now you're leading the Bulldogs. How excited are you finally coming back home, as you said in your press conference, and leading Fresno State to a new era now?
It's awesome. It's great being home, and that's the way I look at it, as being back home. Even though it's been a lot of years since I played and coached there before, a lot of familiarity, a lot of great people. Our kids are awesome. I've really enjoyed the last 6 months with them, and I'm fired up for camp to start. That's my favorite day of the year is when we go back to camp. They're working hard, they're excited, and we can't wait.
And when does camp start, Coach?
Starts on August 1st.
August 1st, okay.
Yeah, so we'll report that day as a whole team, and then we'll get started right away.
Awesome. Now, you alluded to the fact that you played at Fresno State. Obviously, you coached there as an assistant coach. But tell me, what are the thoughts coming through your mind walking down that ramp at Bulldog Stadium as head coach now, September 2nd?
Well, it means a lot to me. It really does, because I've been up and down that ramp a lot of times, whether it be for practice or for games, and so I've left a lot on that field. I was fortunate to play in the very first season of that stadium, and so it means a lot to go up and down that ramp, and all the players, not just me, but all the players, all the Bulldogs who have had that opportunity to do that. So it's something special. It really is, and I don't know how I'll feel on the first time down, but I'm sure I'm going to be very excited about it, mainly for our kids. Not about me. It's mainly for our kids, for our fans, to reach our full potential and put a product on the field we can all be proud of and create some great memories.
Now, going back to when you were head coach at Cal the first year, you came into a very similar situation. They were off a one-win team. You came in now as they finished off a one-win campaign. What are some things you'll take from that experience that are topping you right now with this situation?
Well, I think each situation is unique, but there are some similarities. The record, obviously, but the motivation of the players. It's very difficult to go through a season only winning one game. And so first and foremost is to establish trust and confidence in the players, to get their confidence level up. Because it's hard to go through that, and the way you get your confidence up is by hard work. You're putting in the time and the energy to get it done, and I think our players have done that. Looking forward to camp to take one more step with that. But yes, there's to overcome those type of things. We've done it before, and so there are some similarities with that.
And I talked to Nathan and Keyshawn earlier today, and they alluded how, the impact you made that first meeting you had with them back in November. Can you, maybe not talk about the meeting, but can you mention how they've grown from November to spring ball to getting them now ready for your first fall camp?
Yeah, well, I think they've grown a lot closer. I think they've worked really hard. I think we've put a plan in place that they appreciate and they work hard with. I think they've become closer as a team. And so, but the next step is fall camp. There was winter conditioning, then there was spring football, and then there was a summer program. I think their strength and conditioning coach has done a great job with them, and I think the guys have worked really, really hard. So now it's time to take one more step, and that's getting through camp, working our hardest every single day. But I think there's been a lot of growth and development mentally, physically, and emotionally for them.
Now, before you arrived here to Fresno State, previous staff, whatever, but there was not that many local ties and with Fresno State, the roster, coaching-wise. Since you arrived, were you surprised, or how surprised were you how far apart, the Valley community as a whole was to the Fresno State football brand?
Yeah, it had changed from what I remember it, for sure, because we used to be really engaged in the Valley, and we're back to that now. So every coach has an area in the Valley that he's going to recruit, and so we're going to saturate the Valley and keep a lot of kids home, or try to keep a lot of kids home. You can't keep everyone home, and you don't have a need for every position at that, but I think there's a great value in it. I think kids and families have grown up around Bulldog football. They want to play in Bulldog Stadium. They want to watch their kids play, and they want to have their friends come and watch them play. The players do. So I think it's a special tie. I really do. The blue-collar, hard-working people of the Valley, and the Green V means something. And so that's going to be our focus, is to make sure that we do our best to keep kids home.
And to comment more on that, your staff already have, there's a lot of former players, coaches that have coached here as well. And how are they impacted? I know they have a huge impact. I personally have a fond memory of Coach Williams because he grew up in Huron, where I was from. I'm from Huron. And, every year he'll always come back no matter what and still serve the community. But just the way he does his thing, I know he's ecstatic to be back at Fresno State, but just things like that, how have they impacted, everything?
Yeah, well, that was important when we were hiring the staff to bring some people back with Bulldog roots. And so we're very fortunate to bring J.D. Williams back, who not only was a former Bulldog, but we worked together when I was at Cal. And Jamie Christian, who played at Fresno State, and Scott Thompson. Yeah. And all three of them have been around and have had experiences other places. And I think when they come back and they engage in the pride and tradition of what it means, we all played for Coach Sweeney. Yeah. And so we all have a real understanding of what it was like for this program to be on top and be successful. And so they understand that. They're driven to do the same thing. Our goal is to make sure that we get this place back to where it needs to be, and that's on top.
Right. Now let's fast forward now to the football team. And who are some of the players that stood out to you in spring ball that you can say, hey, these are going to be leaders? I know we have Keyshawn and Nathan here, but who else do you see, just forming that leadership role? Because leadership role hasn't been here at Fresno State since Derek Carr left. How do you see that transitioning to your, not cheerleading?
I think the leadership piece is a work in progress, and I'm anxious to see how it continues in fall camp. I think some guys took big steps in spring football. I think Jason Virgil took a big step, and so it's nice to see the quarterback step up like that. There's not a lot of local guys. Kyle Rittering is a guy who's done a great job of motivating people and helping with the leadership. James Bailey's done a good job. So on defense, he's done a nice job there. Madsen is doing a good job. So there's a lot of guys, but I think they're all learning how to do that. I think they're learning that they're all eligible, and more than leadership, I think it's more being a motivator. Because sometimes leadership has a negative meaning to it. And so, because they don't want to be that unpopular guy, they don't want to be making the team speeches, all that. But everyone's eligible to be a motivator. And so I think that's the approach that we're going. That's the approach our kids are taking with it.
You alluded to Chase and Virgil. This kid's been through, now his third head coach, third offensive coordinator. How has he adapted to what you wanted him to do, or what you thought he can do, or his potential? Because he was, very highly recruited coming out of high school, and now you have him. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think he's maturing well, and I think he has a lot of skill. He has a lot of ability, but the quarterback position is not just about skill and ability. It's about the role that you need to undertake to lead the football team. And there's a lot that goes through that position, of course. And the great thing about Chasen is he's eager to learn, and he's eager to take steps to get better. And so over time, like through the spring, we're able to have discussions about the quarterback position and the certain things that to do to manage that position and manage your team well. And he really took control of that. And so I was really pleased to see that he was eager to hear. He was eager to take it from the meeting and put it on the field. And so I'm looking forward to fall camp to see how much progress he's really made.
And going into fall camp, are all the positions open, or is open competition for everything? And if so, for the quarterback position, it's been a carousel, since Derek Carr left. You're widely considered a quarterback guru. Is that going to transition into finally stopping the carousel and sticking to one player, one quarterback?
Well, yeah. I mean, the goal is to make sure that we're putting the players on the field to give us the best chance to be successful. And so, competition is what it's all about, at every position. And so that's one of the keys, is create some depth where you do have very strong competition. And when they're working against one another every day, and you can set the environment for that. The quarterback position obviously is a big spot to fill, and there's a lot of responsibility that goes on that guy. But yes, the quarterback position is wide open, and we'll see how they perform and how they manage the football team going through fall camp.
And last thing before we let you go, Coach, what are your expectations? What are the team's expectations going into fall camp and to the 2017 season?
Just to do our best every single day to reach our full potential. I'm not going to make any predictions about anything. But if we come to work every single day, we grow close as a family, and we lay it all on the line, I think we have a chance to be successful. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the process. This is a process, and I'm looking forward to it, and getting started here at the beginning of August, and looking forward to the season start.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Coach.
You bet. Thank you.